Greetings. We're playing some Brindlewood Bay. So we're going to get started right away. This game that simulates our favorite mystery shows like Murder, She Wrote, Columbo, and others, but features four lovable old women. That, as we open up on the quiet New England village of Brindlewood Bay, we see people walking down streets, looking at the yachts that are parked, and we get the feeling of adventure in the air as our narrator comes and says, "Last time on Brindlewood Bay." Characters?
Doris found a cat that she's pretty sure belongs to her neighbor. She clearly crocheted some little booties for the cat because, can't have its feet getting cold. And then returned the cat to her neighbor.
I do think there's a clip in there as well of all of us piled in the car going like 102 miles an hour with Opal driving and Sister Mary Pat praying in the back seat, muttering to herself.
And there's a scene where Mamie's talking to the sheriff, giving out her retirement number to the retirement home and her room number, saying, "I'll see you later, big boy."
That big boy.
Right. And one from Jackie. You're muted if you're...
Yeah, pass me for now. I'll jump in once we start.
Okay.
I'm working on something in my head.
Gotcha. Very good. All right.
Also throw in a cut back to the time that Sister Mary Pat almost died on the side of the boat and instead made a friend. She's like about to fall off, and then this gloved hand pulls her back, and she's talking with Emily Krause.
Emily Krause. All right. Anything else? All right. In that case, we see the mavens of the Maven Mystery Book Club going about their day. Please tell me, as we go to our cozy vignettes, exactly what your Maven is doing to enjoy their life in the last few weeks at Brindlewood Bay.
I will say that Sister Mary Pat has tried to stay in touch with Emily Krause after her family life fell apart last episode. So I think Emily is over, and Sister Mary Pat is trying to have her teach her how to use the computer in the convent. And it's like this old hunk of thing, and Sister Mary Pat is having trouble typing with one finger at a time on the keyboard, and Emily is there helping, and Sister Mary Pat's trying to learn how to use the computer. And fast forward some time into the wee hours of the night after everybody else has fallen asleep, and Sister Mary Pat is writing secret fan fiction of Amanda Delacourt times reader, or the Amanda Delacourt ex-reader fan fiction that she posts online under a pseudonym.
Amazing.
Her username is Breaking the Habit.
Perfect. And I think we see Emily. I think we see just never like watching over, but like hidden, so Sister Mary doesn't notice her, and kind of have this look of respect and maybe a little bit of understanding what must have been and asking questions of herself. And we go to the next one. Who would like to take it?
I'll take it. Mimi's been at the retirement home. She has seen the girls a couple times, but she's mainly been bothering the sheriff. And she's been calling 911 and making a lot of like random phone calls of like, my wallet's been missing. I think someone stole it, and my
This
prescriptions.
is what
are
I get
gone."
asking them for help. Oh,
Yeah, and so she's just been making a lot of random phone calls to the police department to get him sent over so she could see him.
I think it was. Now, Miss Mammy, I need you to. I've told you 1,000 times. This is not an emergency, nor is you needing to see me. If you begin to behave yourself, I'll say hello at the bookshop every now and then when I can, when you have your club meeting. But you gotta behave.
Uh-huh. You look so good in that uniform today, officer.
Right, I'm gonna go.
All right. I'll see you later.
All right. Anything for Doris?
Doris has been perfecting her margarita recipe. And she's got it pretty down pat. And she likes to try and invite her kids' friends over and stuff to seem like she's still cool, but like her kids want nothing to do with that.
Very cool. And then check in with Sophie.
Sophie begins her morning rounds. She carries a basket with several baked goods, and she's made her way to the local middle school. And she just kind of is walking inside, and someone stops her, and she says, "Yeah, I just made some fresh brownies for all the children here, and I just wanted to deliver them. And the children today just don't eat enough, and I thought they would really appreciate some. I've got some blueberry muffins. I've got some banana bread. I've got these are made with cream cheese."
Amazing. As we see her enjoying the time, people are smiling, and there's a lot of cats. And there's all this is in prep for the fun that's happening tonight. As the white text without an outline comes across that says "All Hallows Scream," as we see orange and red leaves upon the the trees everywhere. We see parents going about making sure there's plenty of candy everywhere in their house in order to start to give it to trick-or-treaters. Some people are putting up haunted houses around, but we do see that the Mavens are heading towards a party, specifically at the fabulous Brindlewood Bay home of Abner and Coco Vidal. What you all would know about Abner is that he's a retired filmmaker famous for Gonzo B-grade pictures. All right. Now, as you approach the Vidal's home, what ostentatious thing do you see outside that reminds you that the Vidals don't fit in with Brindlewood Bay's stuffy upper crust? Also, tell me about your costume.
Sister Mary Pat. Now I'm realizing why in our next week on last time you had us dress up in costumes. So Sister Mary Pat canonized already that she's dressed up as Priscilla, who's not here. But Sister Mary Pat is dressed up as Priscilla's sister, for a pun. And I think the first thing she sees is out on the lawn. There's a ginormous blow-up Halloween decoration. It's one of those like jack-o'-lanterns, but like a big blow-up with a light inside, and it's like blowing like one of those used car commercial things.
Yeah, it's why everyone else has classic things, like even a few hay barrels. They've, I think you're setting this as very store-bought everything around this place. Sort of like, you didn't make that, did you? Very cool. Next.
I think there is those stupid sheets that you just like put a ball in and hang it from a tree and then like draw a face on, you know? It looks like their kids made it or like their grandkids made it, and they just like were like, yeah, we'll put that up too. And Doris is dressed as she's probably dressed up as like just a witch or some stupid classic thing like that. She's been I like that. Yeah, she's been a witch every single year. It's just the same costume.
Amazing. The witch. All right, next.
They hired the local clown to dress up as a zombie clown, but nobody finds him scary because he's like too happy all the time. And even when he tries to be scary, it's too happy. And Mamie came dressed up in her best gown, looking like her favorite person from the 1960s, Marilyn Monroe. I got my fake ID in case anybody asks how old I am.
Oh my gosh, I love it. And Sophie.
I'm sorry, I can't play this character. I'm trying. I'm just going to switch to the other one. I can't do it. I'm really having trouble getting into this character's head. I didn't have a lot of time to prep in my head, so I can't do it.
Okay.
I guess Priscilla is here.
Priscilla!
In my costume.
Sure thing. Go ahead, switch, and then you'll do your question, and then we'll move on. Be good. There we go.
Damn,
There
Priscilla's
she is.
hot.
Okay. It's just too late in the day to try something new right now. Sorry. I'm sorry, what were the questions?
Absolutely. As you approach the Vidal's home, what ostentatious thing do you see outside that reminds you the Vidals don't fit in with Brindlewood Bay's stuffy upper crust? Also, tell me about your costume.
Oh, well. Let's see. They don't fit in because they're using very tacky decorations, likely bought from some small-scale store or retail outlet in the city. There's some that they probably made themselves. As far as what I'm dressed as, well, I'm dressed as the devil.
Perfect. All right. As you after you approach, after the door itself is dressed as a vampire from looks like from some very old movie, maybe one that he made. You see Abner, and he goes, well, he's a sort of portly gentleman, bald on top, just with the sideburns of black hair, a little greasy with some sausage fingers, as he's very, very. He holds on to Priscilla's hand way too long. He goes, "Hey, welcome. My favorite book readers. Oh, so glad you took my invitation."
Well, it was hard not to when you practically just shoved it in our face like that. But
I learned in Hollywood that you got to put it in where you need to make it happen. You can't let people make choices. You got to make it for them, right? And hits you very hard on the back and gets a little close.
Excuse me, sir.
Ah.
Now, why don't you back on up?
Oh.
Now, you are speaking to a lady. And
Obviously.
I am not here to be... Well, I am here to be, but not by you.
You would do well in Hollywood. And let you all enter. Greeting you as he is moves on. Hey, welcome, good to come. Everyone kind of rolls their eyes as you think he might have maybe bribed or blackmailed most of the people to come at the party. You're not entirely sure. And all around, you do see a lot of the town is here. And quickly, you are led up to the first thing you kind of see, and he goes, "Make sure you enjoy yourself," and points you over to the bar. Who would enjoy themselves at the bar?
Oh, Doris is already there.
Oh, that's excellent. Exactly where I'm going.
Doris goes to the bartender. Is like, "Now let me show you something here. You got to mix that with that, and that with that, and that's how you do it."
As this Cleopatra woman comes next to you, Doris, she very overdone, and she goes, "Oh my darling, you are amazing! Who would have thought that you could mix drinks together? Am I right?"
Well, I'm not sure if I'm offended or flattered, but thanks, I guess.
I'm so sorry. Didn't get a chance to meet you. My name is Coco Vidal.
Right. Hi, Coco.
Hi. Oh, it's so good of you to use what few hours you have to move at your age to come here. Thank you so much.
You know what I really like about the drinks is it seems to lubricate the joints, gives me much more moving hours. I'll take a double.
Oh. I'll have to remember that. Oh, well, of course. Some of us will be young forever, I think. If the doctors have anything to say about it, right?
Hilarious.
What is Priscilla enjoying?
Right now, she's taking a look around. Is anybody else at this party dressed in something sexier than Priscilla?
Well, you do see somewhat younger than the rest of the crowd, woman who looks like she's had way too many already, but more in a seductive way, as she is charming everybody, almost like eyeing who will be hers for the night, dressed in a vampirus costume.
All right, so I'm gonna use my Sonny Crockett move. I'm gonna go to the restroom area and change into like a skin tight Catwoman
Damn.
1960s style attire and come back out.
All right. She sees you as she comes in. Oh, I truly haven't mentioned a woman who just still tries at this ripe age. Good for you. Good for you, darling. Alina Visage.
Oh, so I guess you've never actually seen a mirror. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, darling. Oh, the quaint New England coldness. Unfortunately, you should just give it up. You never compare to the criticism one gets when in the movies. So, thing you say is, well,
Oh, you've been in the
quaint.
movies.
Oh, of course.
I don't watch a lot of pornography. Which film was that?
Well, I have to say, whatever work you can get in the big town, but
Perhaps for you.
mostly I've been mostly in Abner's. Most of his movies, we've taken quite a liking to each other, actually. If you know
Oh,
what
so
I-
that's how you got a job. I see. That makes sense. It does track.
Well, I have decided to go to the more matronly roles for the younger talent, but I do see that. What is that? Oh, that's right. New England is known for its witches. Oh my goodness. That's right. Though I do think they got that first letter wrong. Anyway, I'll go see myself to the others.
Yes, well, you're about to find yourself in stitches if you keep up that attitude, little girl.
Hey, Sister Mary or Mammy?
Sister Mary Pat is sort of on the side. She has a Virgin Club soda and she's drinking it and she's sort of moving her body to the music and minding her own business.
Mammy's next to Mr. Sari Pat and goes dancing a little bit. You think the sheriff's here tonight? I'm feeling lucky.
Oh, baby. I mean, I feel like everywhere we go, he's usually quick to follow, all the trouble in this town.
I think it's my birthday. That's at least what this card says.
Oh. Behind your wheelchair, Mammy, you see a woman a little among your ages, though not younger than you, Mammy, wiping up the tire tracks that you have left on the rug. Oh my goodness. She's in a maid uniform, and she has these little cat ears.
Oh, look, they got a cat.
I feel like Sophie would really like to be here right now if only she was here.
My Miss. Let's see here. I have yes, Mammy and Sister Mary Murphy, correct?
Oh,
I'm
yes.
Mrs. White. I'm the maid here. I just wanted to. Would you mind if I cleaned your tires? I believe you've neglected them.
Sure, dearie. Why are you dressed up as a cat, though?
Well, Miss Vidal likes cats. Anyway, let me clean your tire, please.
Uh-huh.
Here, maybe you could take my hand. I'll help support you while we wait for your chair to be done. I'm suddenly Irish. I don't know what the hell is happening.
I'd give you a Werther, but they took him from me.
Weren't you Irish before? I thought you were.
I don't think so. Last week. Canon now.
All right. A large man in a Frankenstein's monster costume comes by and kind of just says, like, Mrs. White, please stop. He goes, oh, yes, and kind of like very like submissively makes their way, and he takes both of your hands and kisses them.
Ooh.
He goes, and you know
slap
this
him.
person. Oh, Mammy. Oh, sorry. I just thought you'd like to sit down. There's no need for the help to be so pushy.
She was just doing her job.
And she asked very politely.
She did. And you
I
didn't ask to
apologize.
kiss me. I'm taken.
I know that. And you know, Mary Pat, where Mammy seems to have forgotten, this is Gordon Thum, a local banker and community leader. He is in charge of the bank and oversees all the trust funds that all of you make use of, and the churches as well.
So how are you today, Mr. Thumb?
Oh, I'm So thrilled to be here. Who knows what kind of depraved nonsense Abner has planned for us at this party. These Hollywood types are just different from you and me, you know?
Is this the family's first year here?
It is.
Okay. That's also why we had to come. We had to see what all the fuss was about. We saw all the decorations outside.
Of course. Yes. And he looks, he goes, atrocious. And you see all around this area, there are posters of some of Abner's greatest hits. You see one that says Return of the Devil Women from Planet X. Another that says Zombie High School. Barracuda 2, The Cuda Sleeps at Night. And Barracuda 7, Cuda in Space. And let's see. Next to you, Doris, there is a pretty woman. Goes, sorry, I don't know many people. I just thought I might introduce myself. I just wanted to make some friends.
Oh, you know what's great for friends is I've got these oils. You just you rub them on your neck, and everybody's just so attracted to it. You know, there's a whole case of them.
Oh, really? You have them here?
Oh yes, I carry them everywhere.
Oh, absolutely. And she kind of looks and clocks where Abner is, gets a little smile, but then she puts it on. Goes, June Willoughby. And you've seen June around. She doesn't want to usually come to the book meetings, but is definitely a local socialite that just loves to keep it up. More of Priscilla's, where Priscilla would be, than your type of house. But
I'm going to give her my whole multi-level marketing scheme pitch and try and get her to join Five Downline.
Oh, so interesting. And she makes making small talk. She pays a little bit of money, like almost politely. She's like, "Oh, of course, I have to support you, dear. Just look at this place. Everything is so ostentatious. Oh, it's just like Coco to buy this cheap swill." As she looks at, she grabs a bottle, Zampagne. Who ever heard of Zampagne? And she puts it back on.
Yeah, I didn't bring that. That would have been weird.
All right. And then in the center, all of you see two gentlemen. One's in a Phantom of the Opera costume, who's looking around somewhat disapprovingly, and another has no costume at all, but he's incredibly handsome with piercing eyes as he smiles at everyone, and they kind of whisper to each other, and they kind of are just taking stock of everything. Is there anything all of you want to do?
I want to look for a guy here. I mean, it's a party. Everybody's in costume. Let's.
All right. Well, there's the handsome man if you wanted to go for him.
Sure, why not?
All right. So as you think that, the Monster Mash begins to play. And everyone begins to dance on the floor, trying to dance. So you can go ahead and go up to him if you want.
Sure. I don't believe we've been properly introduced.
Oh, wow. I guess we should fix that. It's a party after all. Grabs your hand, kisses it lightly. Marcus Green.
Oh, well, Mr. Green, I'm sure you know who I am.
Oh, I can't say that I do. I'm sorry. I'm first time in this area.
Oh,
Just a guest of Mr. Abner's.
well, you can call me Silly.
Hello, Silly. Is that a local name?
It's a nickname.
A nickname. Okay. Interesting.
Well, aren't you
So-
going to ask me to dance, Mr. Martin?
Oh, sorry. Let's dance. I must apologize. These parties feel like such a waste of time. The people in this backwater, no offense, they're never going to accept Admiral as one of their own. I'm not sure why he even tries to get you all to like him. I mean, you all have your types, and he is not your type. I know that.
Abner?
Yes, Abner Vidal, the man who invited you here. This is what I mean.
Oh, that one. You know Abner?
Yes, I'm his business manager.
Really? What level of business is Abner in?
Oh, he makes movies.
Really?
Yeah.
What type
Absolute-
of movies?
Oh well, I think his. And he kind of looks and there's all these movie posters around the room. And I need to get him back to Hollywood. But he's right now he's very upset about how poorly his last movie went out. Cuda Girl, Barracuda in Love. It got rejected. And but listen, anyone can tell you, longtime fans of the Barracuda franchise are never going to accept, a rom-com. So we know we have to get him back on the horror films, but it's mostly what he is. Most people would call them B movies, but they are almost called classics, really.
Well, there's nothing wrong with a good rom-com.
Sure.
He should consider making a film about that mystery series of books. Amanda Delacourt.
Oh.
And who would be perfect as Amanda Delacourt?
And who would that be?
Well, me, of course.
Of course. Well, and he looks at your Catwoman in costume. I'm just looking, and I think your mysteriousness is a bit too much for me. I must apologize. Sam, here's a dancing partner, and almost pushes you into Sam, who is in the Phantom of the Opera costume. He goes, "Oh, Marcus." I apologize. Sam Turlington, and you are?
Priscilla Kensington.
I see. Welcome. Shall we dance?
Do you know Mr. Green?
Yes. I'm. He manages Abner's business. I'm his business partner.
Oh,
I've been excited to. Abner Vidal is such a visionary, and I actually got to. He was looking for partners. I actually got a chance to buy into his films. I mean, what a mind for business, and we're hatching for the seaside properties. We're going to make Brindlewood Bay an internationally renowned vacation spot. It's going to be fantastic.
that sounds terrible.
Wow.
But I'm sure you all know what you're doing. Though, if you ask me, you might want to consider getting a new business partner, as that other one is only going to besmirch the name of your company.
No. Well, I mean, the vacation business, sometimes that's a good thing.
Not when I have the ear of the local council.
Kind of takes a moment. Well, of course.
Well, I will leave you to it.
Kind
Enjoy
of
your day.
sheepishly looks down. All right. And you go as you pass by this. There's this werewolf that's animatronic that kind of keeps singing like blues, like "Welcome there, ha ha ha! Welcome there, ha ha ha!"
Okay.
All right. Anything else you want to do? right. Then, as you all begin joining the party, how many drinks does Doris have?
All of them. A lot. She's got to test her recipes, you know. She got to show them how to make the drinks, and then, you know, she got to test them. So.
Very interesting. What do you think her favorite is?
Definitely like a strawberry margarita. Yeah.
Very nice. And let's see here. Where and you all can be together at this. Where do some of your characters feel like for the moment you find yourselves like finding your spot in the room?
If Mimi was given back her wheelchair,
Oh yeah.
she's probably now at this point fallen asleep somewhere in the middle of like everyone dancing in like a very awkward spot, and she's just snoring loudly.
Doris is trying to convince everybody to join her downline. Very drunkenly. You're muted, Matt.
Mm-hmm. What is Doris doing?
She's just trying to convince everyone to join her pyramid scheme.
Oh, nice. What about Sister Mary Pat Murphy?
Robin said she was going AFK. I don't know if she's back yet.
Okay. Then where's Priscilla? Hold up.
Oh, Priscilla is by now probably back at the bar, chatting up some of the locals and visitors from out of town.
All right. I see Robin's back.
Yes. Sister Mary Pat is probably walking around. I think she would be looking at like the types of books that are on the shelves and the pictures of the family and all of those things up on the walls.
Excellent. And you're all enjoying yourselves, looking at all these things. And then everyone stops as a sound rings through the room. As there's a scream.
Immersive.
Yeah. I'm just upset she's not playing.
So you said the lights went out?
No, just screams. A scream then, Abner!
Sister Mary Pat is immediately making eye contact with all of her fellow mavens, and then she's running towards the screams.
Yeah.
Okay. You run and you see Coco Verdal, her hands over her face shaking, and there in a large barrel that was being used for bobbing for apples, you see the body of Abner, his head in the water unmoving.
Sister Mary Pat, from her background as being a midwife, is going to rush over to the body and try to remove the head from the water and then try to do CPR.
Okay. Boom. And this is in the covered back porch as you take it out of this large barrel, and an apple or two comes with it. So you and you pump. But after the requisite time, he does not revive.
I will do the sign of the cross, and I will pray for the rest of his soul. I'm sorry. I'm afraid he's gone.
Abner!
Did anybody see what happened? Was anybody around at the time? How did you find him? You came and screamed. Tell us.
I just came in here and I saw him, his head below the water line, still as a still photograph. Your investigation has begun, Mavens. You're in charge.
Shit.
Right. How many exits are there to this building?
Great. Oh, also a good question.
This is a large mansion. To this room, there are 3. To the entire mansion, you don't know this moment. You can investigate and try to find that information out. Or,
Well, I want to make sure all the doors are closed, so I'm just gonna
okay.
walk around and close all the doors.
All right. So you go around, make sure no one leaves. So play that out. What do you like? How do you keep everybody in? Like, what do you say? Like, play it out. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, but that's literally what I'm doing. I'm going up to the doors and I'm closing them, and I'm just like shutting them.
Do you tell people what you do? Like, what are you doing?
Nobody is leaving this room till we find out what happened.
Go. What's a killer could be in here?
Oh, most certainly the killer's in here. That's the point.
Somebody get Mamie a phone. We have to call the sheriff.
Mamie wakes up when she hears the sheriff. Sheriff's here.
Must we involve the sheriff?
What's going on? What I missed? Why didn't
I
you
think
stop?
maybe he's going to insist upon it, whether we need to or not.
Yes, ma'am, you need to call your boyfriend.
Do you have a phone?
I'm sure there's one near the bar.
Okay, I will go to the bar.
Okay. You call the sheriff?
Yep.
All right. All right. Happy Halloween, Brindlewood Bay Sheriff.
It's Mamie. There's
You
been a
are calling
murder.
from a different number, Mamie. You're not supposed to do that.
I told you. There's been a murder.
Where has there been a murder, Mamie?
Where are we at again?
Gosh damn it.
You know, maybe somebody else should have called the sheriff. I don't know if he's going to come.
Hold on.
We're at the new people in town.
Abner Mansion.
Oh, that's right. Yes, you know their last name.
The Abner
Abner.
Mansions.
That local
You
party.
mean the Vidals?
The
Yeah.
tacky decorations out front. You can't miss it.
Oh my gosh, that man is a pain in my. But wait a minute, murder? Okay, who's dead?
Abner.
Abner.
All right. Listen,
Who's
make sure
Abner?
I'll give everybody right up there. Make sure that nobody leaves, and for goodness gracious, keep your noses out of my business this time. I don't want you snooping or anything else. He hangs up the phone.
That's right, Sheriff. I will be your deputy. You got it. And she pulls out her wrist rocket. That's the sheriff said that we are in charge, and no one's allowed to leave. Priscilla is taking over.
That sounds like something he'd say for sure.
It certainly does. That does sound like the sheriff.
All right, that's a bit risky, Mimi. I think right here, let's do a day move. What are you going to afraid will happen if in this moment you lose your nerve?
Oh, I'm afraid. I'm afraid the sheriff's gonna be angry at me for messing up the investigation, and he won't want to go out on a date with me.
Oh yeah. Okay. So I love this. So let's see here. This is presence.
All right. So that is a 5 plus 4 plus 0, so 9.
A 9. Okay. Okay. As you go through this, if this doesn't work out, if you don't solve this and get this done by the time the sheriff arrives, he might never talk to you again.
Oh my god. The stakes are high.
Oh no.
Do you still want to go through with this?
Yes, she puts her picture frame over the doors of the house to get inside. We got until the sheriff gets here.
All right.
Sister Mary Pat is still with the body. Can I, with my medical bag that I keep with me, so I'm dressed as Priscilla, but I also have my trademark fleece on top. I'm going to unzip my fleece. That's how you know I'm getting down to business. And then I have a fanny pack, and my medical bag is inside. And I'd like to examine the body and see, is it really like drowning, asphyxiation by drowning that killed him? Or was it something else?
Okay, I think you're searching for a clue. You're meddling.
Can I do it with advantage because I'm using my medical bag?
Of course, you can do it with advantage.
Bless.
I think this is going to be your reason.
Oh, great. That's my highest. That's a +2. Alrighty, let's see. Okay, come on. Great. 12. Oh, 12. Oh, beautiful.
Oh, nice. Okay, so on a 12. Okay. Interesting. All right. So you look over the body, trying to see if it is indeed asphyxiation or something. Oh, and as you do that, you're looking over the water and everything. You notice that underneath, or like in the water itself, on the bottom of this barrel, is a shattered Britty Award.
A shattered what now?
Britty Award for B movies.
Oh, got you. Yes. Huh.
And
I will.
As you look at that, you look outside the window as you pick those pieces up, and there's a jack-o'-lantern with insects pouring out of it.
Oh no. Not this shit again. Mavens, I found something. Be careful of that window, it's covered in insects. And I will show them the award that's broken in pieces. I think
What do you all want to do?
runs thicker than we might have assumed.
I want to talk to his business manager.
Excellent. Go up to... All right. So this is the manager. Yep. This is Marcus Greaves. See, he's seems to be writing something in a small notebook, not paying attention to anybody.
Ooh, can I see what he's writing?
Ooh. This is gonna be a day move. What are you afraid is gonna happen if he catches you snooping?
I feel like he's gonna get suspicious and he's not gonna be honest with me, and I'm not gonna actually get anything out of this.
All right. Very good. I think it might be composure.
Okay. So I have a 1, so that means I add 1 to whatever I roll, right?
Yep. 2d6 plus 1.
Okay. Let's see, that's... Ooh! A 5 and a 5, so 10 plus 1, 11.
Very good. Okay. All right. So what's it look like to well, this is pretty much easy, I guess. Well, yeah, so you do what you intend to do and you describe what it looks like.
Yeah, so she's walking up to talk to him and she notices he's writing something. And she kind of swings around to talk to somebody behind him and positions them so that while she's facing them, she's actually looking at his notebook.
Gotcha.
Very crafty.
What's he writing?
Oh, shit.
A little bit different of a game, yeah.
Let's see, what is he writing? He is writing a game plan of what to do because his artist just died, his main person. So I think he's writing, I don't know, maybe like a screenplay almost, or just like, writing down the events so that he can, describe them later or use them in a movie later or whatever he's gonna do with it. Just kind of writing down what's going on.
Very good. And then I'm going to let you do, well, it's up to you. What do you want to do here? So you've got that information. You wanted to talk to him.
Yeah. I want to just go up to him and just kind of say, excuse me. You were his manager, correct?
Oh, and he puts it away. And he's, yeah, I keep the affairs.
So,
that's right. You're one. Are you one of the old women put in charge of this?
yes, I'm in charge.
Town, backwater insanity. No
Yeah.
offense.
None taken. I'm in charge. So, I guess the most logical question is who stands to gain the most when he dies? Who takes
I'm not
over
his
his?
lawyer. I'm his part of his business. Who takes over the films?
Yeah, who gets
So-
all the rights and the money? I assume films are more valuable when the creator dies. I think that's how Picasso in that was.
Well, all right. Give me a meddling check.
Okay.
So this would be presence.
Okay. Oh, good. I have one in that too. Oh, this is not as good. Okay, 3 and a 5, so 8 plus 1, 9.
Okay. Cool. All right. Well, I mean that is I don't know. Well, I mean, obviously his partner, I guess, would take over the majority of their project to make this some type of B-movie vacation spot. Ill-fated. They're never gonna do this. And right. And yeah, I guess that would be it. And as he's kind of like, it goes, of course, I mean, I don't know his will really, but I guess in the business end, it's mostly going to be Sam over there, and kind of unconsciously kind of starts to put some pieces of paper that he maybe had been looking at a little before you came through, before he had switched to his notebook and write notes, and you can just see a rejected building permit application for some areas around Brindlewood Bay. And he kind of gets a little like, and kind of stuffs it in, so he doesn't let you grab it. As he kind of stuffs it in his pocket and just leaves and starts to go over to Sam.
Priscilla, can you hear what they're saying?
So one thing before we go, I want to let you know that the places around here, there is where you are, or where the body was found. Then there is the bar, the Tinsel Town room, the master bedroom, there's Abner's office, and there's also a screening room here. As far as anywhere you want to be. Just kind of give you an idea of this place. But you go to Priscilla, and that's good.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask Priscilla if she can hear what they're saying. I think she remembered her hearing aids. Or doesn't need them.
Maybe never remembers her hearing aids, so it's best you ask Priscilla for sure.
All right, should we go over to Priscilla?
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Go ahead and ask her. This part might be what they're waiting for.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to Priscilla. I'm gonna be like, that manager over there says Sam's gonna gain, and he went to talk to Sam. Can you hear them?
Can I hear who?
The manager and Sam.
The manager and Sam.
Yeah, over there.
What? Why would I?
Well, I don't have time for this. We're missing their conversation right now. Go hear them.
Fine. And Priscilla will go over there and just kind of walk up to them.
Right up to him. As you walk up, they kind of stop for a moment. Right, are you the one in charge?
Yes, that's me.
That's a business partner. Goes, you're in charge. Well, good. I hope that this is. We all have things to do. I hope we can solve this and get going right quick.
Oh, you seem like you're in a hurry.
Oh, when you're in business, you're always in a hurry, especially when, well, the purpose for being here is done now.
The
Not time
purpose
to move on, right?
Being here is done now. You're saying the killing was the purpose
Of
being
course, I
here.
don't mean that, lovely. I just mean that I was here to make acquaintances and hopefully grease some wheels. And, well, I'm no dead. There's no point in doing that anymore. I got to figure out what's next. Got to get back to the plan and get moving.
Wait, which one is this? I don't even know who these two are.
Okay, so currently you are talking to Sam Turlington, who you were pushed upon after Marcus.
Oh,
And this was the one that was the business party. He's in the Phantom of the Opera costume.
uh-huh.
And he was about trying to make the vacation spot.
Okay. And where's Marcus?
He's there. He's just being quiet.
Oh. Well, okay. What was your purpose for being here?
Like I told you before.
Oh, don't get smart with me.
Helping. My apologies, miss. I am here as the new business partner for the vacation resort that Amner wanted to build here. Kind of backing his visions to be the B-movie destination of the coast.
The B-movie destination of the coast.
Absolutely. Here to help, soften things up. He can be a little bit, pushy, and here to make things a little better.
Mm-hmm. And Mr. Marcus Green, why is it that you're here?
Honestly, I accepted his invitation to try to get him to agree to come back to Los Angeles.
And what did he say to that?
He thinks that he has a life here among you snobs. No offense.
None taken. So you've already had the conversation with him.
I didn't get a chance to do it.
And I'm sorry, what was your name again?
Sam Turlington.
Sam Turlington. You're here strictly for business.
You could say that pretty much. Though business and pleasure are often the same thing, miss.
So now what are you going to do now that Abner's gone?
Well, since he's been gone all of 10 minutes, I'm not rightly sure, but I'm eager to get back to my office and get planning.
And you can't plan from here?
Well, light bulbs are always going off, things are firing, but, I'm just saying it's good to find out. After all, now that he's dead, no more movies. It could be museums, wax, as well as a statue to the brave man who died trying to bring culture to a stuffy area. No offense. It's just going. I can't wait to get investors on the line.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't you go sit over there? And Mr. Marcus Green, why don't you go sit over there?
They nod and continue. All right, and as this goes, the sun officially sets and we are at night.
Sister Mary Pat is going to approach Mamie, and she's going to say,
Mamie, who's always paying attention and yet is never seen. It's the help. Why don't you
Where's
go
the
talk?
cat?
Exactly. Why don't you go talk to the cat? You guys had a little back and forth before about your wheelchair wheels. See if she's
Okay.
heard anything from outside the door or maybe knew what all the scuffle was about.
Okay. Sister Mary Pat Murphy,
Oh.
you
Uh-oh.
are having a secret affair with one of the people you've talked to at the party tonight.
Oh my freaking god, am I?
Who is it?
Who the hell am I talking? I've talked to nobody but the cat.
That's spicy. That's why you were so defensive of her earlier.
And that's why I don't want to go speak to her now. I'm sending Mamie.
Amazing. The degree of the affair is, of course, up to you. But all right.
She
So-
reads my fan fictions online and we have a talking back and forth.
Mhm.
It's emotional only, nothing physical, because of course all of my love is for Jesus.
She sneak her way into your fanfics every now and then.
So, Mamie, how do you approach?
Um,
Or
I
how do you
think-
want to do this?
Yeah, Mimi's going to roll up. Excuse me? Miss?
Oh, hello, wheelchair. How are you doing?
The party's over. There's a dead man.
Oh, of
So-
course. Mr. Vidal is bound to go and get himself killed at some point. You can't
Usually-
make that. You can't make that many pictures about madness and murder and not have the real thing come knocking on your door at some point. I'm surprised it took this long. Now, of course, the person I'm most worried about is poor Mrs. Vidal. You know? Someone needs to make sure she's looked after.
Who would that someone be in your eyes?
She smiles. Well, you know, everybody needs a pet at some point.
You say you're gonna get her a cat. That's so sweet of you.
Precisely. A nice pussycat.
Oh god.
Damn. She gets around.
Anything you want to do? Like, you're in charge.
Yeah, Mamie is. Oh, man, hearing this. Which room are you in?
I am in the servants' quarters, of course.
Are they upstairs?
They are next to the master bedroom.
Perfect. I have to go use the bathroom. She just rolls herself away. Dead upstairs.
Based on your moves before, you actually have run of the house a little bit, so you was a little more. All right, where are you going?
She's going to the servants' quarters because she wants to see if she can find a diary of this lady.
I see.
Is she just like wooing all the old women? Is that her fucking game?
All right. So as you go to servants' quarters, it looks like there's just a bed for one here. But as you can imagine, you've found out some interesting things about this woman. It seems like she's just here. What do you think is here that gives Mammy pause? As far as to the character of this woman.
So I think Mammy rolls in here and, she's expecting the help, everything. And she's looking around the room. And then At first, she probably doesn't like see anything until she sees this like a really expensive jewelry box. But it's too big for jewelry.
Interesting. All right. Now I think you're meddling. Why don't you meddle?
Yes.
What do you think this is? Reason?
Yeah,
Or-
let's go reason.
Okay.
So that is a 6 and a 2 and a 1. So 9.
Oh, because of the +1. Okay. So
Yeah,
I was like
because there's a 1
confused.
on the reason.
Yeah, sorry. I was like, you rolled 3 dice? Okay. Sorry. Excellent. So you you open this up. And you see folded in here a Lifetime Achievement Award. And you said it was way too big, and so it's actually like a full frame of the Lifetime Achievement Award, and you pick it up and turn it over, and you see carved into it on the back, it says, "Enjoy it, you worthless bastard." And as this goes, you hear the maid coming back. About maybe to discovering this. Who knows what could occur? What do you want to do?
I am going to, in this moment, use my Angus MacGyver move.
Excellent. So Angus MacGyver means the players get to go. Actually, I get to do this too. I get to start, I think, and we're going to go around, and each of us names something that's immediately around Mammy. And then Mammy has to see if they can use everything we've said to do something awesome to get themselves out of the situation. All right. So, looking around, you see there's a pair of handcuffs with fuzzy fur on them. Anyone wants to go next?
There is a window with giant curtains on either side, but not quite big enough for a wheelchair.
There is a random assortment of. There's a stapler. That's what there is. There's a fucking stapler on the desk. There's a desk and it has some office supplies, like a hole punch and a stapler and a couple pieces of paper.
I wonder if it's from the same company that Sophie worked for.
Yeah.
And Jackie.
Half full water bottle.
All right. So, Mamie looks around, sees all these items, goes, "I got it." She takes the water bottle, throws it in front of the door, grabs the stapler and the curtains off the thing, staples them together, and then staples them on the wheelchair. As she takes the handcuffs and latches one to her, and then puts it through the curtains on the other one to make it like a slide thing down. And then she ties it around her waist to go slide it down outside the window. Leaves her wheelchair up above.
Oh, so
But
wheelchair stays up?
She is taking the trophy thing, the Lifetime Award.
Okay, leaving the wheelchair behind. Whee! And it's just a 12 plus, right? It's tappings? Yep. Excellent. So, whoop, and you make your way up. All
And
right.
The wheelchair is camouflaged in the curtains. Is that the idea?
Yep.
Okay, beautiful.
So there's a zip
It sounds
line.
like the wheelchair's just fucking in the middle of the room.
Yeah.
Hey.
How's it feel?
When I'm in my wheelchair.
Get the back here, you old hag! All right,
I
what else? Yep.
Sister Mary Pat would like to talk to the banker that she had known from before and spoke to at the party.
Absolutely. You find Gordon Thune
Thune, thank you.
dressed as Frankenstein's deal. And you see he's you find him in the screening room. As you pass, there's a movie theater concession stand that's not an operation, but you see like it's in this whole place, and so it smells of buttered popcorn. And you pass several monitors that play scenes from March of the Devil Woman from Planet X on silent loop.
Hello, Mr. Frankenstein.
Oh, Sister Mary. It's good to meet you. Or see you again, I should say. Don't worry. I have my eye on the church's finances.
Oh, of course, you always have your heart at the right place. So, we've been officially appointed as acting deputies by the sheriff. Baby said so on the phone, and she's always telling the truth about everything, so you know that it must be fact. And so, as the acting deputies of the sheriff, we're going around and just asking everybody their thoughts on what's happened here. It's very tragic, I know.
Oh, of course. And he's talking to you. What you see inside this room is something that shows that it's a temple to old Hollywood that he's leaning on. What is he leaning on that shows that this place is a temple to old Hollywood?
I think it's like an antique video camera that's up on a tripod, but it's display.
Oh, nice. It's going. Well. I really can't say what I mean. I don't know anything. I know I'm sure about as much as a child coming here.
But you do know something about the recently deceased's finances, no? I mean, was everything in tip-top shape?
Well, I can tell you it was a good thing that he found that business partner of his. I have to say, from the documents that I saw, as I made the account, I think Mr. Vidal maybe had overemphasized his standing, but with Turlington's involvement, everything seemed fine, I suppose.
So Turlington was really carrying the operation, you're saying?
I don't know much about business, but one could assume that, I suppose.
The family does seem a little bit frivolous about their money. All of these grandiose decorations outside. I mean, look at this vintage video camera.
Yes, they sure like to. Well, it's almost like a theme park in here, isn't it?
Yes, indeed it is. What do you think of these old movies? And she'll gesture to the screens that are playing the movies.
Right. What are you trying to do here? What are you looking for?
I'm trying to vibe check him to see if he has any sort of strong reaction to the what the hell's the dead guy's name? His opinion of him, I guess.
Mm. Okay. It's really a dangerous thing that you're doing. So I think you just think that if he wasn't a customer, he wouldn't be caught dead at this party.
Okay.
Like, is the vibe you get from him. And he just goes, I just find, said the whole thing is distasteful. It's, people who think this place needs change. They have no place. This has been like this forever. In fact, Sumer, I do know you're somewhat new here. Isn't that right?
Oh, yes. I mean, it's been a little while. I have, established myself, made some friends. I volunteer at the high school. I monitor detention.
Oh, indeed. What do you know of the history here?
The history? Well, I guess actually not very much.
Well, allow me in this time together to educate you. Maybe get you an idea of why someone like Vidal and this family would never belong here. And why their money is the only thing that gets them anything, and even that is, well. So you see, it was the summer of 1877, as the history goes. And some would call this a myth, but most of us have been here quite some time and know it's to be, well, it's been passed on forever. Why would it be false? Anyway, there was a whaler called the Deep Reaver that set out from Brindlewood Bay. And they returned with a strange whale. No one had ever seen anything of its like, they say. It had tentacle-like legs and rows of oily black eyes.
Ew.
Indeed. And being the smart people all of our ancestors must have been, they sewed its parts all over the world. And the proceeds were used to turn Brindlewood Bay into what it is today, away from a place for common folk to those who appreciate this place. And that is certainly what the Vidals are not.
Interesting. And I suppose turning this place into some kind of tourist destination would also not sit right with you.
This wasn't a place for... This isn't a place you come in and out of. It's a place where you stay and let your roots run deep.
Well, it seems God has worked his marvelous hands through your ancestors if they were able to fight off this devilish whale thing. So that's very nice. This is a holy place, it seems.
Of course.
Thank you for your time, Mr. Thune.
Thank you for your service, Sister Mary Pat Murphy.
God bless you.
And she will.
Head out.
Priscilla wants to check out the master bedroom.
Okay.
So she's gonna look at the party first. Any, I don't know, say Curly from the last episode is here. What would he be wearing?
Remind me of Curly real quick.
The captain of the ship.
Okay, excellent. Absolutely. He is here. He's dressed as a lobster.
Lobster.
A big lobster costume. And you see, even though you got all the doors, somehow you see him like opening a window and handing candy outside to some trick-or-treaters. You see them, this group of kids has come up, and they're dressed as Spider-Man, the Pink Power Ranger, and Happy Jack the Lumberjack. As he's going, oh, there you go, kids.
All right, so so Priscilla will immediately go change. She'll put on like part of like what looks like a mermaid costume, and she'll come out to
Costume 3.
grab him.
Priscilla.
Yes, I was hoping you could assist me with my investigation.
Well, always happy to help, especially the deputized mavens. Wow, this town must be, you guys must have been, they must really be impressed with what you did.
I think so. Come on. And she'll take him by the hand and take him to the master bedroom.
Okay, very good. As you walk in, you see blood red wallpaper and curtains. There's an enormous canopy bed with mirrors overhead. And you can tell that Abner and Coco had a pretty interesting sex life. What evidence of this do you see casually strewn about the room?
Of their sex life?
Mhm.
It's like handcuffs. There's lots of toys.
Very good. All right. Oh. Well, this is quite the exercise area.
Yes, it is. And Priscilla closes the door and locks it. We're just going to leave there for now.
Okay. All right, next.
Damn, dude. Someone's got to talk to the wife. It's always the wife, right?
All right, and a reminder: whenever you're doing anything, you need to if you're looking for a clue, let me know. You want to meddle in some way, you want to try to get something. You got to make sure we're looking for those. But yeah, go ahead, and I think she's still in. She wouldn't be in the room. Let's put her. Where do you think she'd be?
I feel like she's by the body still.
Think she's still by the body? Okay. That's where she finds herself. Her head's in her hands are buried in her face is buried in her hands, just looking down.
I'm so sorry.
Oh. Thank you, dear. It's a good thing the mavens were here, I suppose. I'm glad Edna did invite them. I guess. Sorry, I need to be a hostess, everybody, shouldn't I? I guess.
Not right now.
After all, I mean, who would solve mysteries if not for those who read them? They're the best ones, right? I mean, what do police know about these things? They don't read the books. They just learn how to shoot people.
Right. I mean, you're not wrong. You don't need to put on a show.
I just don't understand why anyone would want to kill him. He's harmless. I mean, it's true, he snores quite a lot, but he's sometimes a bit of a cheapskate when it comes to dining out, but why would anyone want to kill him over stuff like that?
I don't think it was about that, but I see your point. Who seemed to be bothering him a lot? I mean, who's calling him all the time, or is anyone, when you say their name, he gets a little stiff? That kind of thing.
She metal.
Yeah. Okay.
Think could be reason or presence.
They're the same, so it doesn't really matter. Do presence, I guess. 4 of 4, so 8 plus 1, 9.
Okay. Very good. I don't know if I can think of anyone who would harm him. I mean, again, it doesn't even. I mean, people complain about him. It happens. And she kind of just sort of breathes hard here. And she's, I mean, you know, the only person I could say that even came closely to wanting to harm him, I think, was whatever that business partner of his. I guess he did say he wanted to kill him, but I mean, that's not the same as wanting to hurt him,
Yeah, no, those are different for sure.
right?
Yeah,
Not the same as murder.
yeah, no, wanting to kill someone is definitely different than wanting to murder them. I see your point.
Thank you. But here, and she in this room, she goes into this drawer that is behind the bar, and she pulls it out. And you see there's a stack of movie scripts that all have the stamp rejected on them.
Oh,
There's the Devil Women from Planet X vs. Zombie High School, Barracuda 12, Cudas in the Hood, and Vampire Toga Party 3, Magnus Comes Loudly.
interesting.
And I mean, she was upset over this, and well, I mean, stupid. So they had an argument over this, but again, isn't that such a silly thing to actually want to hurt someone over?
Yeah, people rarely kill people over money.
Really? You're so insightful. Goodness. I'm
Pretty rare. I've never seen it ever.
I think she looks at you. I don't pretend I'm a smart woman, but I think I know when someone's making fun of me and playing me. She kind of stands up a little taller. And I don't appreciate it. And you know what the other thing is, Miss Doris?
What's that?
I'm not entirely sure that somebody with this unprofessional attitude of yours would be deputized by the police. As you wrote with the complications, she's starting to doubt your cover. What do you want to do?
All right. Well, maybe I was a little abrupt. I just didn't want to, tell you you were wrong when you're grieving. But, truth be told, I do appreciate all of this, and it's not just that, we solved crimes and, read crime books. My husband was a sheriff. And I'll pull out his badge.
Nice. What are you afraid is going to happen if you fail this? She doesn't accept this.
I am afraid that she is just going to not. I think she'll kick us out.
Okay. She'll certainly do that, but she might kick you out in pieces. She might even knock you out here and now, and broken hips at your age can be deadly. She's very upset. Do you still go through with this?
Yeah.
All right. Then you use your cozy, so this can be advantage. But I think this is pretty presence.
What does advantage mean? Right.
3 dice take the 2 highest.
Okay. Cool. Okay, it's a 6
Nice.
and a 3 plus 1, so 10.
So you do what you intend to do. You describe what it looks like.
Yeah, I think after she pulls out the badge, she kind of just pats her on the shoulder and is like, I might not know much, but I do know how some of this works. You know, my husband would talk about cases all the time. And, I don't mean any ill will. I just want to find who hurt your husband. You know, it's terrible losing a husband. I understand that.
Right. Right. I'm sure you're just doing it. I'm sorry. Yes. I'm just so distraught over him. And she sits down. What do you want to do?
I'll leave you with your thoughts. I'm gonna walk away. I think it's fucking Sam. I gotta talk to everybody.
Sister Mary Pat also has some ideas and wants to talk to everybody.
Okay.
Where the fuck is Priscilla?
All right. We will find out where Priscilla is after our break. Not a commercial break, but our break for all time. We'll go ahead and do our 15 minutes, and we'll be back. All right. Start the return. All right. That's where we left off. Believe that we found ourselves wanting to find Priscilla.
Yeah, I think she's in the bedroom though.
Mm-hmm.
Was she tired? Is she taking a nap? Why is that why she's in the bedroom?
Oh, I don't think in character we know she's in the bedroom.
Okay.
All right. So the three of you can find each other if you want, unless Priscilla has something.
What?
Because they were going to
What
get
to?
together. I didn't know if you wanted to have a scene or anything right now. It's up to you.
Oh, yeah, I was investigating the bedroom.
Yep. All right. Do you want a medal in there?
I guess so.
All right. Searching for a clue. All right. How are you doing it? What are you doing in there besides the other?
Well, I just kind of start looking. Curly, I'm sure there's a key somewhere in here. And she just starts looking around the desks and, just searching around.
Okay, very good. Then let's do reason.
Uh, 9.
Okay. Interesting. The 9 then. You find another vampire costume in a corner as you're looking for this key. It looks like it was discarded in haste. As you're looking at it, a floorboard loosens and falls through the floor itself into the room below. There's a little bit of screams, but everyone can see straight up. And there is, you can tell me what this is, but some type of evidence of that at least appears of you and Captain doing some other things. Potentially, and this looks like it might potentially blow your cover and make it be very unprofessional indeed. What do you want to do?
So there's people below us?
In the room, yeah, because you went upstairs to the master bedroom.
Oh, okay.
And so it's like the main room that might see like your hair messed up, or you can describe kind of what the scene is that they're going to be like, what is she doing in that bedroom? But you can also tell me what you're going to do. Like this is everything that's beginning to happen.
Okay. Okay. So, just so I understand, I didn't find anything.
You found the hastily
costume.
discarded vampire costume.
Okay.
So you got a clue and you got a complication. The clue is this costume that you saw Abner wearing,
Mm-hmm.
and he was wearing when he died, but this seems like another one.
Okay.
And as you did so, this broke up and people about to see this.
Okay. So yeah, I take the costume, and I'll change before I go back down.
So people are looking up and seeing you in whatever state you're in.
Oh yeah.
The idea is they're seeing like you and him together. They're going to get an idea. Are you going to go with that? Like, because the what's potential here is they're going to go like, oh, like, you know, oh my gosh, get her out of here or something. Because you're supposed to be investigating.
Oh, okay. I mean, I can't deal with that from up here, so I'll just change and head downstairs.
Okay. As everyone is paused and like looking like someone's about to approach you or confront you, what do you want to do?
Well, I've changed into a police uniform.
Amazing. Like, how policing is it? Is it like sexy police or
it's very sexy. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if this is helping.
Yeah, so I come downstairs.
Did she use my handcuffs?
I brought my own. Yes, the investigation is almost complete.
Amazing. This is what this is very risky. I think you just totally into it. What are you afraid of what happened if you can't pull this one bit of presence off?
Well, I feel like I'll just use a move or a item. I'll use an item.
That gives you advantage, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, but what are you afraid will happen?
What am I afraid will happen? I don't know if...
What's Priscilla afraid of here? Like, if they totally believe that she's full of crap. And none of this is true.
None of it's true? Well, this is a weird situation because I don't know if Priscilla actually cares. Like, this is not a situation that she would ordinarily care about, so I'm trying to think of something. Maybe that... give me a suggestion. I don't know.
Okay. Well, I'm not sure for this, but what I can tell you is that if this moment, if this particular course of action, this kind of flagrant, just leaning into it, being who you are, letting people just go, Priscilla's Priscilla, and she will do what she wants, doesn't work. If they're not impressed with this, they're going to take you and make sure you spend the night in jail for this. They're going to take you to the sheriff's office, break out, and possibly a suspect's going to get away.
Yeah, so I think that she doesn't want to sleep in a prison. So,
Yeah.
Kind of dirty.
Absolutely. All right. So you could choose to take a different approach, or you could go through with your current one according to this.
Yeah, I'll just I'll go for it.
Absolutely. So then this is presence
Mm-hmm.
and a night move.
Uh, 11.
Ooh.
Ooh. Okay. Describe what it looks like.
So yeah, she was using those bra inserts from last week and to really distract everybody from what she's actually saying, and it does the trick. Everybody's like, yeah, cool, whatever, and she just kind of says, yeah, found the costume, police business.
Perfect.
Oh, Doris, I think I see Priscilla over there. Oh, she's in a different outfit, though.
You say that like it's strange.
That's true. She changes.
I think this is her fifth one tonight.
You're right. There will be more to come. Okay, where's Mamie? We got to get everybody together. We have to discuss the case.
I thought
Help!
she was with you.
Oh, I forgot she's fucking hanging from a window.
Help!
Oh, Christ.
What, did you hear something?
Not very
Oh my
well. I don't
God,
have my
dear.
hearing aids, but
Wait, okay,
I
no,
think
it's
I
wonderful.
see some little feet dangling.
Oh, you see feet? Oh, no.
This reminds me of the time I almost dropped Jimmy out the window.
Priscilla, you're the tallest one of us. Come over here. We need help getting Mamie down.
I'm not the tallest one here.
Help!
We could stack each other on each other and we could get even higher.
Wait, what?
Yeah, like children in a trench coat.
What is even going on right now?
Maybe stuck in the window.
How is she stuck in a window?
I don't know, but let's figure out how to get her inside and then we can figure that out. I think I'm Southern all of a sudden.
Not in the window. I'm hanging from a bed sheet, handcuffed to it. It's complicated.
Why
How'd
are
I
there
get here?
handcuffs everywhere? All right, let's go get baby.
Actually, I have an idea. Why don't we just... I know, I can call somebody.
Is
She
it
goes-
the sheriff?
No, and she goes inside and she dials Ricardo.
Amazing.
While Priscilla's calling someone, I think Dora's is gonna grab like cushions off the couch and start stacking them under Mimi so if she falls, she doesn't die.
And I think Sister Mary Pat has gone back through the house up to Mrs. White's bedroom to go to the other side of the window.
Okay. It's amazing. As White is coming down, like somebody old lady's going through my it's going through my things. It is not proper. But you go down. All right, and Ricardo and I think. Where do you? It rings a lot. Is this at? Where are you calling? Where's Ricardo? You think?
Well, he's probably in his pool house.
Okay. Hello.
Ricardo,
Yes. It
It's-
is I, Priscilla. I could tell your voice. And,
oh yes. I assume the pool has been cleaned.
to perfection.
Fantastic.
Could see
Listen.
your beautiful visage in the bottom tiles.
Well, the girls could use your help today. We are in need of a very strong young man who can help poor sweet Mammy who's caught herself in a window.
Oh. Where are you so I can come to the rescue of you and your friends?
Oh, we're at that tiny little rinky-dink, oh goodness, that horrible place. What's it called? Abner's place? I don't know.
Oh, the movie mansion, yes. I will
Yes.
be on my way as soon. It looks like police are headed up there now.
Oh,
You still need me, but I will be there to rescue you and your friend.
well, I'll tell you what. If you could, why don't you follow them, those policemen, and if they come here, I want you to honk your horn, all right? So you let us know that they're here.
Whatever you say, my gray-haired beauty.
Well, I have colored my hair, Ricardo.
Oh, exciting.
Yes, I'm hoping the chlorine doesn't ruin that.
Oh, I always am careful to not hurt any of the things that you do, but don't need to feel beautiful.
Oh, I could listen to your voice all day, Ricardo.
I will go honk
Mamie's
the horn.
screaming in the window.
The shoulder's dislocated, I think.
Of
Doing
course,
there
sweet dear
anymore.
mammy.
How do you want to help Mammy?
Well, Ricardo's going to be a while, so why don't we all take some curtains and we'll tie ourselves a rope and we'll just lower it down for mammy.
I think that's what got her into this mess.
There
We
was no
just-
more curtains.
Sister Mary Pat, could she just pull up on the curtains that are hanging from the window and get it
Yeah,
back
pull
inside?
Perla back up. As the maid said, I cannot believe this. This is ridiculous. You and these meddling deputy women. As you all can pull, whatever you guys want to do together. Do you want to pull her up?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
you guys can pull
you
her
all
up. I'm
pull
still
up
gonna keep
into the
stacking cushions down
quarters.
here,
Okay. You pull her all up. Yeah.
just in case.
Oh, and I kind of stopped for a minute. Well, Sister Mary Pat, that is a fine costume you have on today.
Sister Mary Pat looks very uncomfortable, and then she pulls up her fleece zipper all the way up to her neck.
Should learn to take a compliment, sister.
Oh, well, I mean, well, it's just, I was looking, I mean, you look very nice. Anyways, let's get Mamie. She's, got altitude sickness by now, probably.
Well, before we do that, was I the inspiration for this costume?
Well, yes, Priscilla, we discussed it last week when we planned it. I was going to be the sister to your Priscilla, and I'm like Sister Mary Pat, but I'm a different kind of sister. Do you understand?
Oh, was I supposed to come as a twin?
Well, that is what we discussed. It's fine, Priscilla. I don't.
I had no idea. I will be right back. And she just like lets go of the sheet. walks
Oh,
to the-
God.
Maybe you're just a little heavy for me alone. Why don't you try sucking in a little?
So it pulls as Mamie, and it comes down, threatening to break a hip. Except as she's falling, we'll cut to commercial.
I stacked cushions.
I know you said cushions, but she's still falling, and I need a commercial for the Holy Spirit, which is a Christian alcoholic beverage.
Stand aside. I got this.
Oh, you got it. Good lead.
It's been a hard day after work. What do you go home for?
After your rosary beads, or after you rub your rosary beads and say your prayers, you need the Holy Spirit inside of you as well.
It's a truly divine drinking experience and quite the heavenly blend of taste, enjoyment, spiritual intrigue, with just an essence of something more devout. The Holy Spirit makes you want to be a nun at a brewery.
I also think we see a scene of like an older teenager who is still in their parents' house, and their family is like looking at them and they're like, don't worry, Mom, I'm just gonna go in my room and pray. And then they bring with them the Holy Spirit.
The Holy Spirit, now sold in 3 distinct sizes. There's, well, why don't you tell me one of the sizes, Mammy?
There's the tall boy and the small guy. Right? That's
And
how
of
it
course, the petite one for her discretion.
On them, there's a picture of each of the wise men.
went. And the petite one's light.
Ooh, that's small enough to fit in a nun's habit.
Sister Mary Pat flashes underneath her habit, and there it is.
Then we cut back.
Priscilla has changed into a sexy nun outfit.
And at this point, coming onto the pillows is Ricardo. She goes, "I have come!" And he grabs Mammy and gets on the cushions at the same time, setting her down, kissing her lightly on the forehead. "You are safe now, dear. All for your beloved sheriff, who I must warn if he comes close. I must be off, Ricardo. Goodbye." He runs
I
away.
need a pool boy.
Can I get one that looks that nice?
Oh, if you're
Maybe.
willing to pay for it.
Priscilla's like your 20th costume.
It's my 5th costume. Same number as husbands as I've had.
Well, now that we're all here, Doris and I have many things to discuss with you guys. Quick, let's close the door because this room seems perfect for us to have a private discussion.
With the
Just
two of us outside
outside.
and two of you in the bedroom, I think it's perfect. Let's yell back and forth through the window.
I like this idea.
You can hear us.
I think first off, I gotta say, the kitty is a very naughty pussy.
Whoa.
I found this.
That's sounds like everybody's been getting into it today.
Priscilla, can you see what she's holding up from now up here? I can't quite.
I
My
can't
glasses don't reach down there.
Oh wait, it's turned around. Here.
Well, I can't. It looks like it's some kind of award. And there's something scratched on the back of it. What does that say? I hope you enjoy it, you bastard.
Yeah,
Is that what that says?
that's what that says.
Well, who did that belong to?
Oh yeah, let's see who that belonged to. Who was the award to? Let's see.
You tell me.
I never-
Who's your award to?
Maybe I didn't bring my glasses. Who's this award to?
The award is. Who's the business partner?
Sam?
The award's to Sam.
Yeah, Sam Turlington.
So, who did it?
I'm just venturing a guess, but I think Sam.
No, I did in the bedroom. Twice.
That's your 6th husband then.
I don't think that's how husbands work, baby.
In the Bible it says so.
I don't think so. Because I only been married once, and if that were the case, I would have been married a couple times.
Well,
Now, I would like to throw a wrench in our theory because I had a very interesting conversation with the banker, Gordon Thune, and I might go so far as to say that he's framing Sam for the murder of, what's his name, Abner. Because this man, this banker, really hates all of these newfangled Hollywood types coming in and ruining his old classic, the way things really should be. But if he got rid of Abner... Oh, no, sorry. If he got rid of Sam directly, nothing would stop Abner.
Blame Abner.
Because nothing would stop Abner from just hiring a new Sam. I mean, look at this place. He has no restraint. Everything is falling apart, and yet he still does it. Look at these horrible decorations. He still does it. Look at those useless things in the theater. He still has it. A popcorn machine that doesn't even work. He still has it out, and it smells like butter. He wouldn't stop at anything if he
I've got
got
an
rid
oil
of
that
Sam.
smells like butter.
What happened? What was that, Doris?
I've got an oil. It smells like butter.
Well, maybe you should hook up with Abner. I don't know.
Well, I'm not really into dead people, but
Well, no, I meant in business. Anyways,
well,
so
all right.
I think that he's wants to get rid of Sam So he got rid of Abner and is going to frame Sam for it. And then Sam will have to leave town, be thrown in jail.
I think there's still a piece of evidence that we have to consider. Now, I found this in the bedroom. This is the exact same style of costume that Abner was wearing upon his death, which makes me think that the true killer would have switched the costumes.
To what end?
That was literally what I was thinking. That seems why?
But isn't it obvious?
No.
Have you ever heard of a laundry allergy?
I mean, I've heard of it. You think they killed him with laundry?
Well, I think they might have caused him some irritation. And this would have been his actual costume. So all we have to do is find out what detergent was used to clean this costume as opposed to the other one. And based on what I saw in that bedroom, they were definitely cleaning these costumes. And who better to know that than the maid? Now, I have an idea. I could dress myself as a maid so I can get the inside scoop.
Priscilla, you're too beautiful. No one will believe it.
I'm pretty sure the maid's sleeping with the wife.
Whoa!
What?
Yeah.
Wait, what do you mean?
Maybe the maid did it. There's too many suspects all of a sudden.
No,
Well-
the maid couldn't have done it. She doesn't have the upper body strength. Don't ask me how I know that.
What? How do you know that?
Don't ask me how I know that. What do you mean she's sleeping with the wife?
She just seemed very fond of her, and now she said that now that Abner's gone, the kitty can take care of the wife. I see other cats
Mr.
now.
Mary, why do you look so mad all of a sudden?
I've never
I'm
seen
not
you
mad.
turn
This
that
is my
red.
thinking face.
Right, yeah, of course.
All right. So I think we have three things we have to investigate. The first, the detergent. The second, let's try and do a handwriting analysis and try and match a piece of handwriting to see who wrote this note on the back of the award. And then 3, let's figure out what the shit is going on with the maid and the wife.
Well,
Is that
first,
important?
Of course it's important. Everything's important. It's for the case, of course. 100% for the case only.
sister, how authentic is my costume?
Well, I mean, if I took a ruler, I'd think that it's not supposed to be so very far up past your knee. I'll be honest with you. And then this part, where the bazongas are out, you really should be covering that, with a nice white, turtleneck like I have.
Oh, I just figured this was more loungewear.
Yeah, I think the maid will really go for it.
No, this is the nun costume, Doris.
No, I think the maid will like it.
The nun costume.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I think Doris is onto something. I don't know why I think that. I'm just letting you know.
All right, well, if you think
It
it'll
seems
work.
like she's into old women who are scantily clad. Or nuns, it's hard to tell.
Well, then the two of us should go, sister.
Oh, that's a good idea.
No, I definitely don't think I should be talking to Mrs. White, actually, for sure. Period. End of sentence. Full stop.
It's just you could bring a certain authenticity.
Yeah, and it's, people always feel much more comfortable telling the truth when there's a spiritual presence.
Oh, Jesus in heaven. Okay.
All right, let's settle then. I've got another costume for you.
Am I changing?
Well, you have to appear as an authentic nun, don't you?
I think
Wait, aren't Oh no, I look like Priscilla, you're right. I forgot I was also in costume. Oh man. That club soda
you're really
went to my
flustered.
head.
Marion, what?
Here you are, sister.
Is it supposed to be so tight around the waist?
Yes.
My husband always said the tighter around the waist, the looser the lips.
All I
All
gotta
right,
say
Priscilla.
before you leave is this reminds me of something that happened to Amanda Delacourt.
I will say that was the weirdest of the series.
And the name of it was.
The night,
Go ahead.
the night she joined the Covenant.
It's with a K too.
Mhm.
The K night.
I wrote a fan fiction after that one came out.
Oh.
You write fan fiction?
I mean, what? Did I say that out loud? No, never mind. Anyways.
Okay. So, what's the problem or situation she found herself in that's similar to what you were experiencing? Narrate it. Someone's got to go for it. You work together on this. You can work together on. It's not everyone having to take
Right.
one. You work together on each one. So you work.
Well, as I recall, Amanda Delacourt had to pass herself off as an authentic nun and join a convent to find a killer.
And I remember that she ended up being able to slip past a lot of people's notice by pretending she had taken a vow of silence.
And when she joined the Covenant, she met her sister that she did not know she had, who also had been dropped off there from her mother at birth. So she was the one who her sister helped her in the mystery.
But then, plot twist, it was her sister. And then she had to arrest her beloved sister. But she got the confession because it was a close to her heart friend.
All right. So is this to seduce the maid?
Partly.
What is it you were attempting to do?
Well, we're trying to
You're
get.
trying to get information from the maid?
Yeah.
Just talking
We
to her.
wanted to find out about the detergent.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we're going to the maid, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
So, what does it look like as she begins talking? Like, how do you do this
Mhm.
because you copy Amanda Davenport? Therefore, how does this work?
I think we take her into her room and we take out the costume, the devil costume, and ask her if it looks familiar.
Vampire costume, but yes.
Mm-hmm. That's right. And
It looks like what he was wearing. I mean, isn't that to strip him naked?
no, this is an alternate costume.
Oh my.
I figured you might be able to tell the difference. Didn't you handle all of his cleaning?
I recall only one.
So you've never seen a second costume?
Not that I recall.
And who did he often take with him upstairs?
Well, all types of people, both of them. You can call them, they like to swing. Here, as she reaches down into her bra and pulls out a letter. I found this on the floor. She hands it over.
Mm.
And it's not signed, but it is written in flowery language, praising the body sexually of the recipient. And you can tell me who it is addressed to.
Marcus.
All right, the manager.
And while we're looking at this handwritten letter, does the handwriting happen to match what was written on the back of the trophy? Because that's another one of our questions, trying to figure out who wrote on the back of the trophy.
That'll be up to you.
I think it does.
So when you theorize, you could potentially say that. Yeah, go ahead, man.
Okay.
You can
Do
take
we
it
have-
first, yeah.
Do we have an assumption of who wrote this letter? Or no, that's still open-ended?
I mean, you can have one. Go ahead.
Well, but like, was that led through from the scene? I don't know if I wasn't following properly. I guess that's what I'm asking. Was it implied that it was the
I think
wife?
she implies that it's probably one of the two.
Gotcha. Okay, beautiful.
Is what she's implying.
Yes. That was my question.
Remember, any of these people could be lying. It's up to you if they're lying. If you believe they're lying.
I mean, I'm inclined to think it was from Abner.
To the manager.
Is the account accurate, Priscilla?
The account.
What was Priscilla up there with the manager? Who did Priscilla just
No.
sleep with?
No, she's
Captain Curly.
With anyone's knowledge.
Captain from the last session. Yeah, Captain.
I think it was the bank manager dude, though. Like,
No, I was
No.
talking to him at the time.
no, it was Captain Curly.
But at some point, as you're doing this, Mrs. White does cross and grab your hand, Sister Mary Pat. She goes, Sister, you know, I always have wanted to help you in every way I possibly could, right?
I just don't know if I can trust you anymore, Mrs. White.
Then maybe this will be a symbol of that. And you'll know that I am always on your side, Mary. And she leads you into the bedroom.
Ooh.
But then she twists the knob on the third drawer down. And there's a passage that opens up in the floor. And it leads to whatever room you want it to. Where does it lead?
Oh, it leads to a wine cellar.
Okay.
It's down several steps.
This could be useful, no?
Definitely, Mrs. White. Thank you for your contributions to the case.
Could be the case to be different, should you? Well, don't distract. All right, what do you want to do?
Well, I think we should head down these stairs, don't you?
Oh, are we in there?
Oh, I forgot I'm alone.
I say to the others, she might be a moment.
That was me talking to God. And then I come out to my friends. Well, no, I don't.
we're friends only. So, but I walk out of the door and I say,
My son's got a good friend like that.
Mrs.
The
White,
roommate.
Mrs. White showed me something very private.
Ooh.
Something just between us. And I'd like to show you girls too.
You're not that close, Mr.
Well.
Barry.
You guys should come with me into this room right here.
Why not? You only live once.
Look, there's a secret door!
Oh,
In the wheelchair.
Call it.
exactly. That's exactly what I thought it was.
I didn't call mine a secret door. That's what you
Can I
call
get
yours,
me-
baby?
It smells a lot like the rectory in church where we used to keep the wine. I think it might be a wine cellar down there.
I need to get
Oh.
one of those douches. That sounds great.
What the hell are you saying, Doris?
That wine cellar, is it well stocked?
Well, I don't know. I haven't gone down yet.
What the hell are you talking about?
Is Miss White in here?
Was, and then usually is they stocked it a lot, they drink a lot, and did other things.
Oh.
Sister Mary, I didn't know you got around so much.
What do you mean, got around? This is the first time I've seen the door. I haven't been down there or back or anything. I've been standing here.
You've never seen your own door?
To the convent?
What's happening?
Oh, I've read her writing. I believe she must have such detail.
Tell us
Mrs.
more.
White.
I am sorry. Did I say too much, my dear?
Not enough.
I don't think so. Say more.
Baby, let's go downstairs. And Sister Mary Pat will try and piggyback Mamie down.
Mamie looks over at Miss White and goes, "You're a hussy! A hussy!" and goes downstairs.
Just a free
Hey,
agent.
people are hussies to their face.
Priscilla, before she goes down, she'll like kind of shake Miss White's hand a little bit and say, "I'll take it. It's not just any nuns."
No, her mind is beautiful. Her creations inspired.
Well, just between us.
Hmm.
If you hurt her, I'll have you killed.
Oh. Well, I suppose then we'll see who wins that fight.
Oh, I like you.
All right. Go down to the wine cellar. It's a little cooler than the rest of the house, even for this October. It is, in fact, stocked, but there are some empty things here. What would y'all like to do down here?
I've established that my character knows a lot about wine in the last episode.
Yeah, absolutely.
So would that help in figuring out if this place looks like anything has been tampered with or anything looks unusual about the stock?
yeah, I would absolutely give you advantage investigating this place.
Okay. Sure, I'll take a quick look around.
I think that's reason here.
It's a 9.
Okay. All right, so another complication.
No, dear.
Great.
You could put on a crown and make it a success.
Yeah, I might. Let's hear what it is.
That's right. So, looking here. You see, there's some bottles that just don't look right. I mean, to the normal eye, they would be normal. but not to yours. It's clear no wine has ever been in them. And you go to grab it, it's stuck, and you turn it, and there's a and the wall opens up. And there's 3 shelves. The top and the bottom are empty. In the middle is a reel of film. And you go to look at it. And even for you, Priscilla, this makes you blush. Seems, judging from it, looks like there's a bush that this camera was hidden somewhere. And there's a party going on that looks, from the way it's shot and everything, it just seems like it's way too real. Like this was something that actually happened. And the things these people are doing to each other at this Hollywood party, well, even for the adventurous, are quite too much. This debauchery is out of hand. And as you are looking at it, another bottle turns, and you just see a loaded revolver pointing out. Aimed directly at Priscilla.
All right. And if I did a move, if I did a crown, what would happen?
A crown would erase the complication. There wouldn't be no one would discover you.
All right. Then that's what I'll do.
Okay, so mark a crown, and you can do what it says, the scene that says at any time, but it has to be this session. So you can do it now if you want, or do you want to wait?
I might as well do it now. And I think I'm going to try to do it a little differently than
Sure, you got it.
everyone else. I think as we're kind of looking around, she's kind of reminiscing a bit as she looks through this wine cellar. You know, my first husband, Benjamin, was not a wealthy man, but I did love him. And she kind of remembers Benjamin, who is very young and had ideas to open up a wine store, and basically he was not a very refined person, but neither was she. She kind of came from a poor background as well. And when he died, she changed, and because she was left with nothing, she started to date this much, much older man named Alexander. And her family did not approve of that, and basically threatened to disown her if she continued on. And she decided to continue on and married Alexander, who was not a good person, but did not live long. And she inherited everything he had. And that was when Priscilla Kensington was truly born.
All right. Then you look at this debauchery, this insane party. What's the evidence of what seems to be hidden down here? And then suddenly, the lights go out. The music and noise around the house, the buzzing of electricity that goes through a house that's powered that you don't even realize is there, is gone. That's when you all hear feverish sounds in the darkness. Lovemaking, death throes, barnyard animals. And then the lights come back on and everything's fine.
The fuck?
That was odd. Priscilla grabs that movie reel. Perhaps this was part of a framing job.
That was very strange, girls. I mean, it could have been the video still playing. Did you guys hear barnyard animals?
I did.
I'll just give a little sprinkle of holy water here and there just in case. And I'm just starting to shake. I have a little cross on my neck, and inside is a little holy water, and I'm just shaking it around.
Sister Mary Pat Murphy, would you like to roll a cult?
Oh. When you engage in a related to supernatural, imagine what your eyes will look like in the moon. Say what truth the moon rules sensitivity. But my sensitivity is so low. Sure.
Mhm. Okay, because you're trying to blast and keep yourself as protected a little bit.
Yes, I can.
All right, roll.
Okay. Oh, I have no advantage on this. Can I hold my rosary while I pray?
If you make it a little bit more meaningful than that. What do you think of, like, describe this?
I'm scared. There's been a lot of things bubbling up in the last maybe 5 minutes or so that have really thrown me for a loop. And then I think about Ruth. She's always been the one to ground me. She was very hands-on, when she put herself to a task, it always got done, and she was always 100% confident in everything she did. And I think about her strength, and I hold this rosary she gave me that is full of this titanium, strong metal, but with these beautiful pearls. It's still beautiful, it is the strength of somebody that, well, it just makes them beautiful in that way. And I think about Ruth, and I think about her strength. And I want to be strong in this moment, too. Should I roll?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
With advantage.
Okay. Wow, that is really shitty. 5.
Okay.
Total?
Yes. There's a 2 and a 3. Oh no. Minus
4.
1. So it's 4.
Oh god, we're gonna die.
Wait. Can I use a crown? Am I allowed?
A crown on this?
That would be a success with complication, right?
Yeah, that would put you up 1. That would put you. Mm-hmm.
Probably much better than a complete fail.
Mm-hmm. It would take you from a miss to a complicated success. So you can put on a crown.
But it says, so does that take me from, in the occult move, the levels that you could do are different. It just says on a hit, then it says on a 7 through 9, and then it says on a miss.
Correct. So on 7 to 9 is a hit with complication.
Got you. So do I mark 2 crowns then? Because it says I also mark the crown of the void.
Right. So first you put on the crown that you put on your regular crown.
Okay, great.
And resolve that.
Okay, beautiful. Not to steal Priscilla's thunder, but I also have a memory. Let's see. My fondest memory of my partner. And I remember what I was saying. We're walking down, and I remember thinking of the rectory.
And I remember a time that Ruth and I snuck into the rectory late at night. Everyone was asleep, and we were young still then. We were just, wanting to be foolish and mess around. We were such good friends. And we broke into the wine. We were very naughty. And we drank. And we drank, and we giggled, and we laughed. And then Ruth kissed me. It was the only time we'd ever done something like that. And we never talked about it again. But she was my best friend. And in that moment I knew that she felt the same way about me too. And we had a special connection after that. It was the start of the rest of my life.
And as you remember that, you sprinkle the holy water around. And let's work together. What do you feel like this is going to accomplish?
Whatever darkness that was here, that I felt on the back of my neck, ever since I saw those bugs, something sinister has been lurking. But I have this holy water and I sprinkle it around and I've created a safe space. For the time being, no more darkness will be at our backs.
And as you sprinkle it, I think it's interesting. It's almost it's like stepping into air conditioning from a horrible heat. This relief of sweat. This suddenly being able to breathe clearer than you could before. And it's almost like the heat, the humidity that you relieve from is your whole experience here in Brindlewood every day. But it's so slowly been turned up you don't even realize it. Something in this space for this moment is lighter and different. And as long as you stay in this tight circle with each other and do not leave, do not step away, then you'll have an advantage on anything you do. And this space is blessed.
Ooh.
And you now have the bless move.
Ooh.
That with holy water, you're able to create a little blessed space that's free from the darkness around you to use in any mystery again that you all play. Now also, however, Sister Mary Pat Murphy, I need you to mark a Crown of the Void.
Okie dokie.
I think you need a shadow in the garden, I believe.
Yes. My first one. Ooh, spicy. Okay.
Okay. Very cool. All right. So with all this done, all of you feel this weight coming off of you. What would you like to do?
Well, we have all the evidence.
I think it's around that time. We've collected as much as we can.
All right, let's review it. We have steamy film, a love letter between Abner and Marcus,
A ward that's been ruined and put horrible wording on.
And did we say that the writing matched? It did, right?
Yeah.
So Abner wrote the threat on the award. Interesting.
What was the award for?
It was a lifetime award. That was to Sam.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
You also found the Shattered Britty Award at the bottom of where he was drowned.
Yep.
Do you remember what else you found? It's not. You also found a rejected building permit application. Doris did.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if Sister Mary Pat found any clues. I think she just jumped to assumptions on her own.
And you mentioned the old reel film from the botched Hollywood party. And the rejected movie scripts.
Oh yeah.
Who wrote the script?
Abner.
All right. So, the award is for Sam. Abner wrote a nasty letter to Sam, meaning that Abner and Sam were having a falling out, which explains why Sam didn't really care for him much. Marcus, on the other hand, definitely rejected my advances earlier. I think I understand now why. And he was also very quiet when I spoke to Sam. I think it was probably more painful for him. Which, interestingly, have we ruled out the wife?
I didn't speak to the wife at all.
Well, we know that they were swingers and they both had interest in other parties. Seems like she was getting on she had her own hobbies, if you catch my drift.
Well, my fourth husband and I did a little bit of swinging in our time, and every now and then there is jealousy involved. Also, we don't know who took the video or why it was down here.
Who was in the video?
Who was in the video?
Yeah, you can decide.
Well, I think if it was what I think it was, then it's either going to be a lot of people or an intimate coupling.
It could have been a lot of people, but there was an interesting couple that you think is relevant to this. So up to you.
What if it was Sam and Marcus?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, damn.
I think that actually makes a lot of sense.
I do too. Sam and Marcus were speaking together at the bar right after this occurred. Perhaps Marcus might have been having some second thoughts about something, whereas Sam wanted to get out of here quickly. Now, the costume upstairs seems to indicate that, well, we don't really know who bought it, but we know the maid's never seen it. And it would have been someone who's been upstairs with him recently, the most likely culprit being Marcus. So if Marcus was upstairs, switched out the costumes for some reason.
If you want to incorporate this, could be like a time of death thing, but you can do what you want.
Well, we still have the costume. So on the costume right now, do we think this was a new costume or was it
Holy shit. Can I investigate how this costume smells?
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking like some essential oils, like put people to sleep or whatever, and might make them easier to kill. If we can figure out if someone like used some kind of scent or whatever, or poison, then we could identify who else smells like that.
I think that's what Doris smells. So go ahead.
Yes.
So how does Doris communicate?
Let's see. Is this reason?
No, you just do it.
Oh,
This is
okay.
your clue. So you interpret the clue and theorize.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So I think Doris smells it and then pulls out a combination of oils and is like, this does this and this does that, and if you use these together, you could definitely put someone to sleep.
Check
And
out
that would
my.
explain, well, why they had to switch the costumes, because this is, the murder weapon in a sense.
Well, what about my hand? Do you smell anything on it?
Well, I don't know. Doris, you'd be the expert here.
Well, yeah, you've been holding the costume. It smells pretty similar. I mean,
No,
it's
look right here, the top of my hand. Marcus, I believe, kissed my hand earlier.
it's a bit diluted, but yeah, similar.
So, it's possible Marcus had his lips on this ointment. Doesn't prove that he's the one who put it on him. But it would explain that he could have been upstairs with him. So that's the smoking gun. Lips.
And I do think, I remember what I was saying about, Mrs. White and the wife. They wouldn't have the strength to move the body, but Marcus and Sam, or Marcus or Sam, they could have thrown him down into the water.
They had to have worked together then. Marcus is the one who had the access. Sam had the motive.
It sounds like they both had motive.
Well, they did. But I guess what I mean is Sam knew about it. Now, whether or not Sam actually had anything to do with it, I don't know. But I do think Sam and Marcus were having a passionate affair. And Abner was unhappy with it.
Ladies, I think we've done it.
They both stand a lot to gain. Romantically and financially.
All right, so we've connected the costume, the lips, which I didn't even know was it, the film, which showed Sam and Marcus, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Could have easily been taken by Abner.
All of those rejected movie scripts would have been worth much more if their writer was dead. That gives Sam and Marcus quite a lot of motive.
It's also possible they didn't want this getting out, and Abner might have been framing them.
I will just say that I think probably the videotape was taken by Mrs. White. She had something to gain by breaking up Abner and the wife, since she's like in love with her or whatever. And she's the one who led us down here into the cellar, which had the film. I'm just saying.
I think
maybe she was ordered to take it.
I think Miss White only has eyes for one person, personally. But it's possible. So.
This also connects the award and the letter.
Mm-hmm. It shows Abner was angry with Sam.
It shows that he was in love with Marcus with that letter.
And we had those documents that Sam had been working on and looking over.
But we're still missing one thing, and that is, was it Sam or was it Marcus?
Why not both?
Yeah, I think it's both.
You seem hesitant, Priscilla. Tell me.
I'm willing to believe one of them did it, and the other one helps cover it up, because they're madly in love. But what's something we could use to show which one is most likely to have done this? We know he drowned, right?
I don't actually think we examined the body that way.
I mean,
I thought that's what you did.
You can say if you want. It's not a clue, but you can just have that be a fact.
Okay.
And you still have the film award, not the that was just
Oh, the
that was
broken
shattered.
one at the bottom.
If
of
you
the
wanted to
thing.
use that to associate somebody.
Oh.
There was the broken Briddy Award. Whatever it is.
Oh, with the bugs.
Yes, with the bugs.
And who tell was that?
It was Abner's award, correct?
Mm-hmm.
It was Abner's award. Broken at the bottom of where he died.
Someone was mad with Abner, so therefore... Is Miss White in here?
She ain't come down.
There's one question I would have for Miss White that might help seal the deal on this. And that is whether or not there was an argument before the party.
Uh,
Well, Marcus said that
Maybe-
he was trying to convince convince Abner to come back to Hollywood.
Yes,
It seems they were fighting about that a bit.
they were. Marcus was interested in the vacation spots of this area.
I
Sam...
think Marcus was not interested and he wanted to drop the whole endeavor.
Oh, that's right. Marcus wanted to leave. Sam wanted to stay.
Did Sam want to stay or did Sam
Well,
have
Sam
financial interest?
Sam
in
doesn't
it?
think very highly of this area. He saw it as a marketing tool in order to increase tourism.
Right, but then he comes here, he figures out the whole thing's a wash.
It's just, I feel like Sam is more so business oriented that it would be bad business to kill Abner, who was possibly still making him money.
when I spoke to the bank, now I'm suddenly from Minnesota. I spoke to the banker and
It's fine, it's fine. I was southern for a minute.
Listen, after 3 a.m., everything becomes.
Mr. Thune said that Abner was his finances were shit, and the Sam was really the only thing, getting their business going.
Well, if Marcus kills Abner, then all of a sudden Sam's got to find a way to spin his death in a positive light. He's got to find a way to make money off of it, and he doesn't want his business partner / romantic partner to go to prison. So he's going to start spinning it and seeing how they can gain from this. But I do think Marcus had the most motive and the most immediate amount of gain.
And Marcus did push me away earlier from the area that we later found the body.
Oh, that's true. You were dancing with Sam when he died, weren't you?
Not when he died, but I danced with Marcus and was passed on to Sam, and Marcus was very standoffish. Sam was just a little snobby.
Yes, but how long after dancing with them was the body found? Do you
Well,
think
I'd gone
could
to the bar by then, so I don't know. But they could have, either one of them could have done it, is what I'm saying. But I do
Right.
know that Marcus was staying in that area as if there was a reason to stay there. Which tells me that he might have had this pre-planned. That would explain the costume. I mean, obviously this is pre-planned. He's got a costume. He might have been using the ointments. He definitely had the ointment on him. He's got the love affair letter. And he's probably wanting to break it off because I don't know if you all got this feeling about Abner, but he was very pushy, very creepy too. I think that Marcus was ready to move on.
All right,
Well-
now, girls, I have a wild suggestion. I read in this book once that in our dreams, we process information that we couldn't even think of processing while we were awake. People wake up from dreams answering questions they didn't even know they were asking before they went to sleep.
Is that
Now,
why Mamie's sleeping?
Right, Mamie's been asleep this whole time, and I think she's been listening to us converse in her sleep. And if we wake her up, she will know who did it.
All right. I'm willing to give it a shot.
Maybe!
Hey!
Mammy, we need to know, was it Marcus or Sam?
It was. It was. That hussy!
What?
Mrs. What?
Who?
It was Marcus!
Marcus, there
hussy.
you have it. I knew it. Crack the case.
Okay,
I guess-
so I think that's 5 clues linked to Marcus.
Yes. See,
Yeah.
wearing the nun outfit does help you solve crimes.
Okay.
You haven't changed yet, I'm surprised.
Who would like to do the roll for the theorize?
Who did it last time?
I did.
Oh, yeah. Amber, go ahead.
Oh, what does that mean? What do I do?
So what this is it's 2d6
Okay.
plus 5, the 5 clues you've incorporated into your theory,
Okay.
minus the mystery complexity, which is 6. So
minus
basically,
1.
2d6 minus 1.
Oh, let's see. So that's 6 and a 3. So 9 minus 1 is 8.
8. Okay, so
I also was reading. What if this outcome we don't like? We can all put on a crown and turn this outcome into a success.
Isn't it already a success?
well, it's
No.
a correct solution, but I'll add an unwelcome complication. Or a dangerous opportunity to take down the culprit or save the day.
All right. So what do we have to do?
I can put on a crown.
Well, you get to hear what it is first.
Oh, okay. Well, great.
Okay, so you put all of this together, and it is about this time that you hear an argument break out. You hear it all the way through. You hear Marcus and Sam yelling at each other, and a gun go off. Everyone's silent. As you hear, there's this accusation. I never wanted to do this anyway. Kill him, and I loved you. You shouldn't have said that, says Marcus. Now, as you hear a second gun cock, I'll have to take you out and everyone else. We'll add to the history of this forsaken place. The massacre. Oh, a death that leads to a mass murder, and I can get out quickly. Police aren't here yet. I'll quietly collect another identity, the scripts, and sell the man who wrote scripts that predicted the insanity that would come out in his own death. Now they've discounted you in this moment of emotion. You could try to sneak down. There's many things you could try to do to take down these killers. Mostly the killer himself here. That's a complication, and that's your opportunity.
I think
It's dangerous. Go ahead.
in this space where I did the bless and I held the rosary and I was thinking so much about Ruth being strong, I think Sister Mary Pat feels like she's okay with going to have a physical altercation. So, I mean, I'm willing to put on a crown, but my character is willing to go fight it out.
Doris
Yeah.
is always drunk enough to fuck shit up.
Wouldn't the Theorize have had advantage then, since we had the Bless up?
We can't have.
Theorize cannot have advantage.
Oh,
It says in the move.
okay. All right. Whatever you want to do.
To war!
Fucking okay.
Okay, describe for me what you're trying to do.
Okay.
Do you want to do this as a group? Should we do one by one? How would you all like to resolve this?
Probably as a group, because I mean, I have a yacht. I don't think that's going to be useful in this situation.
If only your pool boy was here again.
I mean, he's outside.
You can only use it once a mystery. It's one of your outside.
Oh. Okay, here's what I'm thinking. We take these empty wine bottles and we fill them with. I mean, I want to make a smoke bomb of some kind, but I don't think we have the materials for that. All I can think of is a bunch of essential oils that are just gonna like make it smell so bad up there.
Do we have
Okay,
some...
the other Jackie character had marijuana you could have used.
Yeah, Jackie. Could use
I
weed.
could rip up the pages of my Dirty Nun magazine and put it in the bottles, and we could light it on fire with your essential oils. Do you think it would explode?
I don't know if I would
Shot
explode.
out of my wrist rocket.
What do
That's
I
true.
have?
Maybe has an offensive weapon.
Can we shoot flaming bottles of wine at these guys?
Wine doesn't light on fire. It's not alcoholic enough.
Is that legit?
That's legit.
What the heck?
Wine lights on fire.
You can't
You
light
can cook-
wine on. You cannot make a Molotov cocktail out of wine.
You can cook with wine though, and the wine's flammable.
Those are two different temperatures.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, for explosion wine. Yeah. Got it.
For explosion wine.
You cannot make a Molotov cocktail out of wine.
But what about essential oils?
I don't fucking know anything about essential oils.
So, Josh, you were thinking of cooking with wine that flame. I know what you're doing.
Hold on, let me Google this real quick. Oh, look at that. Although nearly all essential oils are found flammable, some are more likely to combust than others. The most flammable essential oils include eucalyptus and frankincense.
You definitely have those.
Yeah, I got those.
Those are classics.
Yeah, let's make a Molotov cocktail out of essential oils and paper.
This will fly, right? Keeper? Now, do we want to explode the upstairs party? Is that
Well,
the
I
plan?
don't think it's going to explode. I think it'll just be a big distraction.
Oh, great. Okay, good.
And then maybe can ram into them with her wheelchair.
And the slingshot thingy.
Oh, yeah, the slingshot. You've got a slingshot meme.
Okay, so Doris is going to do the smoke bomb explosion essential oil of death. Mamie is slingshotting to do what?
I was gonna shoot the bottle up there.
Who's gonna shoot the guys?
Oh, I could try to. I mean, do you want me to try to shoot the hand out of the? I could try to shoot the gun out of the hand.
Yeah, I think that'd be good.
Okay, so then distraction with the wine, essential oil craziness, then the disarming by Mamie. Okay, then what's everyone else do?
I think I will try to go behind him and I will hit him with my Bible in the back of the head.
Okay, then a scripture knockout, followed by Priscilla.
Do you
I
still
have
have
a
those
yacht.
handcuffs?
A what?
Do you still have those handcuffs?
No, I switched costumes.
Oh, right.
Do you think Priscilla would have a leash that I gave you for your cozy place?
Nope, that wasn't this character.
Well, then Priscilla is missing a cozy item.
Right. So if there's something you want, we can just add it since we didn't do that again when you switched.
All right, give me something.
Okay. Let me see with Priscilla. I think a specially designed handbag that's meant to keep all your clothes wrinkle free, but also condensed, so that you can carry around these outfits.
I technically already have that through my
Okay.
move.
Gotcha.
But that's okay. What I'll do is I will threaten to. I'll tell him, or I'll just yell that we have mailed the video and he needs to surrender or it will get out.
Okay. I love it. Okay, so this is going to be a series of night moves. I'll say, since the first night move can be done here in this circle with preparing the bottle itself. Well, I guess no, because you have to throw it over there. Because you're throwing it and lighting it. So never mind, you won't get advantage. But go ahead. This is vitality, I think.
Great. Big old 0. Here we
What are you
go.
afraid is going to go wrong?
I don't know. I feel like I could kill someone with this.
Okay. In that case...
Or burn the whole fucking house down. I don't know, man.
Yeah. Mamie will die if this fails.
Whoa!
She's
It's
going to
a
die.
crowns.
Okay. It's a 6 and a 4. Whew. That's a 10.
Describe what it looks like.
Oh my... I was really scared for your life, Josh.
I will say too that if you're using your, oh no, we didn't put essential oils in your cozy place, did we?
Cozy items, I just fucking
Got
have
you.
them. That's my character flaw. Yeah, so she's pouring this eucalyptus in this bottle and shoving these dirty nun magazines in with them and lighting them on fire. She chucks it up and it just kind of the oils soak into the paper and it smells almost like you've lit plastic on fire.
Mm-hmm.
And just creates all of that smoke of just like wet things trying to burn.
Nice.
Ooh, yeah.
Perfect. What the as he kind of turns and the gun's not pointed at anybody, just up at the ceiling. Now, Mammy, you'll be able to do this with advantage because of the distraction before. I'm just going to pass on advantage for this move. But what are you afraid of will happen?
Ooh, that the gun's gonna go off accidentally and kill one of us.
You're gonna die. Fucking made me life again.
Okay. If we mess this up, not only is it going to hurt or kill one of your friends, that it's going to call into question you, and you will be put into a facility and never be able to escape.
Whoa.
Jeez.
Well, that is... What ability am I using?
Vitality.
You have advantage.
Vitality. With advantage. Alright. That is a 7.
Put on a fucking crown.
I am going to put on a crown.
Okay. Give me the crown.
And we will flash back to a scene where it's probably like maybe a week ago. It's still Mamie. It's her elderly age. But this is something you don't see much of her. Is she goes out, she gets a ride and hops in a cab, and she goes out of town for a little ways, and she gets dropped off at this boot camp place where she puts herself through these boot camp training recreation weekends and to remember her husband. She doesn't tell anybody this, and she on Sundays she hops back in the cab and goes right back to the recreational home.
Absolutely. With that training, whoom, the gun flies out. As he looks at it, we see Sister Mary Pat Murphy coming running, dressed as Priscilla with a big Bible. Oh! I feel like it's so
No,
much
she's wearing a nun costume.
Oh, that's right. She changed to the nun.
That's so good. Okay. 10.
Ooh.
All right. Then, boom, hit it on the head as they look up. I forgot you were afraid of. My bad. But then Priscilla, as you're trying to get them to totally give in, what are you afraid will happen if this fails?
That people will find out I was at this party.
Yeah. I think not only here, but that your heirs are just that there's this command, this presence, and you will lose your presence.
Ooh.
So your presence would go down by 1 and lose this spark that you've always had.
Whoa.
But you can roll with advantage.
Damn.
$11.
There you go. And with that, both raise their hands up. You've faced the darkness. You go, ugh! And everyone pushes, and they go, right, it is them. And they both admit, as they go, well, good luck proving that to the police. As the sheriff walks in, no need, I was just outside leaving it to my lovely mavens.
Did he just call us lovely?
I think he was talking about Mammy, dear.
Oh, damn it.
We've
But
still
that's
got it,
all.
girls.
I still got it. You go see how far I threw that?
Did you see me clock him on the head with the book? I read the book at him.
Did you see me? Oh, I guess no one saw that.
I deserve a
I
gun
thought
now.
you looked cool. You can have, well, you can't have it, but you can look at my husband's badge.
Gosh darn it, why you still have that? All right, let me get
That's
over there.
fine.
I'm just glad y'all have. My gosh, specifically
You
chose to
would
stay out of
take
this.
away a woman's
No,
last heirloom of her husband?
I don't
Why,
know.
sheriff?
I'm just saying that that's a mighty fine costume accessory, and obviously not something that was real, right?
I can't believe you would threaten to take away the only thing I have left of my husband.
Well, these damn mavens. Freeze frame.
Audience applause.
And then, of course, as we did last time, next time on the Mavens of Brindlewood Bay, we have we see the audience applause moves to a louder audience applause as we see lights, the light bulbs in the form of letters that say the Jolly Good Baking Show. And it's going to Brindlewood Bay. I need scenes from each one of you that we would put into the next time on Brindlewood Bay with that theme. Go.
you're gonna see Doris hunched over a bowl, and she's gonna be dabbing some essential oils in it, and she's just gonna be kind of muttering to herself and be like, "Oh yeah, that'll get them. That'll taste real good." And then smoke starts pouring out of the bowl as she puts it in the oven. Oh shit! Too much eucalyptus, I think.
Sister Mary Pat is turning on one of those stand KitchenAid mixers, and she's looking at the camera and she's like, you know, back in my day when I was first starting at the convent, we had to churn our own butter.
Priscilla is sitting in the lap of some attractive-looking chef and licking batter off one finger. Says, "You're right. That really is the best batter I've ever had."
Mamie's sitting there sleeping with a timer in her hands, just rocking back and forth.
Fucking amazing.
Very good. And I turn in next week. All right. Very good. Now we would get to your questions that you marked, and you can answer for them for yourself to get some experience for your characters. So who can start? First one for everyone is, did you solve the mystery? Which you did.
Yay!
Woo!
Would you say that these things can overlap? Because I had left the one checked that said, did you share a memory of a late family member? But that happened to come up when I did my crown, where I had a flashback of my fondest memory.
That's fine.
That's fine. Okay. Nice.
Then what was your third?
My third one was, did you show someone that you still got it? I don't know if the end counts when we all said we still got it.
That was my second one.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you hit somebody over the head with the Bible. I mean, your
I
Bible
did.
thumper, you still got it.
Still got it. And I tried to throw the phrase in there too. All right, great, beautiful. So got them both.
Yeah, as soon as you said that, I was like, oh shit, that's one of my questions too. I was like, did you see that?
All right. So Doris, you can mark that one. What was the other one?
Did I dote on someone? I don't think I did.
Okay, so you get 2.
Mamie's question
Unless
was,
you
did
count, I guess, me putting cushions under the window for Mamie.
What do you think?
Yeah, all right, fair enough.
Mamie's question was, did you share a memory of a late family member? Which I did share one of my children. And then, did you behave?
Was that a dead child?
Yes. She had
Oh, wow.
20 kids. She's been around for years.
That's
I mean,
true.
some of them dead.
Yeah. One of them's dead.
That's true, because one of them's probably like 89. Yeah.
Yeah.
Based
Oh,
on how old you made her, yeah.
I guess this is up to the keeper. Did you behave like a woman half your age?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
because you did the
Yeah.
whole like. I mean,
You zip lined out of a fucking window.
I think you behaved like a woman like a tenth of your age.
Perfect. Yeah. So I'll mark those.
Also, when you said to war, ran up the stairs.
All right. Then Priscilla.
Yeah, I got all 3. Unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
Well, when you level up this much, you eventually have to retire.
Well, I think this one, it's when you do the crowns. The crowns will retire you, I believe. But what did you mark?
Late family member and behave like a woman half your age.
Nice. All right. So that is our second time we've played Brindlewood Bay on this on Jambelo. So hopefully you had fun watching this insanity. A little different than the other insanity. And we'll see if we come back to this absolutely innocent little town by the bay. As you're watching, thank you so much. See ya later.
Bye.
Bye.
And good night.